3 months of vocal lessons. Did it change my singing voice? Did it not? Let's find out. Alright, let's just dive right in here to see what I sounded like before vocal lessons.
Baby, won't you stay focused? Come over in short notice. I could make you feel some type of way.
Alright, see a different song.
Trip away, couldn't wear the work I got for the girl.
I sound kind of bad, not gonna lie. So prior to my singing lessons, I sang for about an hour a day for like 100 days. And I was doing that without a coach. I just had this online program about breath work called Breathing Bootcamp. It focused on the breath, but it didn't teach me anything about the rest of singing, such as how you place your voice, how to relax your jaw, and all that kind of stuff that I will get into later in the video. Alright, so this is day 1 of my vocal lessons. Today I had my first ever vocal lesson, so that was pretty cool. So I learned these 2 exercises that I gotta do every day until the next week. So I'm gonna put my old warm-up in the trash and start brand new. So today I learned about a breathing thing. And my second exercise is doing scales, but on a boo. Let me do that. Boo, 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 boo. So when I used to do scales, I would start the scale at the lowest note I could hit. I would go all the way up to the highest note in my chest voice. But now, starting somewhere in the middle, and I'm going up to the point where I'm switching from my chest voice to my head voice. And another thing I learned is when I sing, I need to forget about all the technique I just learned, because as I learn it, I will slowly, naturally start to implement it while I sing.
Yes, they look lifeless like me. We miss you on your side of the bed.
So this is me about a week into my vocal lessons. Hello, hi, I need to record this moment right now because this is like so cool for my singing journey. So I learned this new concept for pitch, which is thinking about pitch horizontally versus vertically. So when I would think about pitching vertically, I would always try to reach up for the note, but I would use my throat. Just a little tweak makes singing so much more freeing and easy. So I'm gonna sing Golden Hour, and that high note was always way too high. And now I can do it. Let me show you.
Falling like a day for the love of my life. She's got glow on her face, a glorious look in her eyes. Don't need no light to see you shine. It's your golden hour.
So my pitch might be awful, but it doesn't feel tight. And this makes me want to try one of my songs called Demin. And there's this part in the hook that's like really high. And I always thought that maybe I'd never be able to sing it live because I was like, it's too hard. I've never attempted this yet, so let's try.
Dopamine got me feeling like I gotta run. Need another hit or 2 before.
I kind of messed it up still, so let me try that again.
Dopamine got me feeling like I gotta run. Need another hit or 2 before I'm having fun.
Okay, it's still kind of hard, but I just learned this today, so I need to kind of get rid of my old bad habits and build better ones. So about a few weeks in, I started learning Glimpse of Us, which I worked on for quite a while, so this is around the beginning.
She took the world on my shoulders. If it was ever hard to move, she turned my rain to a rainbow when I was living in the blue. Where you're out of sight in my mind. 'Cause sometimes I look in her eyes, and that's where I find a glimpse of us. And I try to fall for a touch, but I'm thinking of the way it was.
Alright, so quite rough, and I pitched it down, I think 400 cents, so like 4 semitones. Something that was really helpful with vocal lessons was the live feedback you get during singing lessons. There's no other way you can get that other than recording yourself and then listening to it back. But even then, a good coach will always be able to tell when you're not doing the technique right. And after your lesson, if it was over Zoom, you can get the recording of it and practice along with it, so then you know what your voice sounds like when you're doing it correctly. And then mimic yourself. That's what I would do.
And that's where I find a glimpse of us. And I fall for a touch. And I'm thinking of the way it was. Said I'm fine, and said I moved on.
Definitely a lot better this time. By the way, I'm also an artist, and I dropped an EP called Lost and Found. Here are some cool tracks that I think you might like.
I was lost. You said that you can't trust a word that I've said, and I can't even burn. I love when you wanna waste time. Hit my phone when you wanna come by. Need you alone in my bed all night.
Anyways, back to the scheduled programming. Check it out though. So something I started to struggle with a lot was being too breathy, in my opinion, because I was being taught a lot about relaxing the jaw and forward placement, but like I think I was relaxing the wrong part of my jaw and throat, and I would just be too like too much air. So this is what I mean. Today I'm experimenting with chord closure. Sometimes I sing too breathy and it makes me run out of breath really fast. Let me show you what I mean. So this is how I normally sing.
She'd take the world off my shoulders if it was ever hard to move.
It sounds very muddy.
And this is what I've been trying to do. She'd take the world off my shoulders if it was ever hard to move.
So the second take was a little bit clearer, but this is something I was really struggling with. Like I was trying to get that open space, relaxed throat, but then I would sound too muddy. Because whenever I would record my own songs, I would have to throw in a lot of effects to kind of get my voice to the front of the mix and sound like present. But I think a lot of the problem was actually me and how I sang, which was very just back in my throat. And my vocal coach was teaching me a lot about forward placement and keeping the sound forward. But to be honest, that concept did not click till way later, and I'll get into that as well.
Bending it over, you're my four-leaf clover. I'm so in love, so in love. My blue jeans, my blue jeans.
My blue jeans in the hook was really tough for me, but now I can do it a lot easier. Let me see if I can do it now.
My blue jeans.
I think that sounds better, and that is the value of vocal lessons. I also discovered how to belt. So I hit an F in like a nice full chesty sounding voice, and that was discovered with this funny little exercise called the sarcastic ya, where you go like this. Yeah! And this exercise was very valuable for me in learning how to do forward placement, which took me kind of forever to figure out. Yeah! So I can hit an F4 pretty consistently just by doing that one exercise. So thank you, vocal lessons. Is it a usable F4? Kind of, depends on what I say and stuff, but I can hit it, I guess. I figured out how to go from my chest voice to my head voice without having that break, like the like that break. Here's a clip of me doing it. Whoa. Alright, so after 3 months of vocal lessons, this is what I sound like when I have finally learned the relaxing stuff in combination with good chord closure, so I'm not super breathy, and learning how to place my sound forward so I'm not super muddy and in the back of my throat. I'm also singing my own song here, and that might help because I'm in my own range. But yeah, anyways.
I got this pain and I want it gone, hiding away like there's a storm. Stitch up my heart cause I want it closed. I've been betrayed so I put up a front. Who gon' save me? I was found by the river. I was found by the river.
yeah, that is 3 months of vocal lessons. That is how I sound now. I like how I sound now. I think I sound way better. The concepts finally clicked in my brain skis, so I've been really focusing on keeping it there, because if I forget it, I'll be sad. But yeah, if you like that song I was singing at the end, it's called Found by Marc Wavy. It is out everywhere. It is the last song in my EP called Lost and Found. Check it out. Thanks for watching. Subscribe if you're new. More singing content coming soon. Peace.